Hello and welcome to the BVB update for October 15th. I'm Stefan Butzko and in this format I cover Borussia Dortmund news and other shenanigans, and today is obviously the day ahead of Sunday's match day against Union Berlin, where Borussia Dortmund try to topple the league leaders. And yeah, it's not going to be easy, but there are some good and some bad news, as we can see in terms of personnel. Ruhrnachrichten have reported that a pretty healthy squad is traveling to Berlin, and first and foremost, Marco Reus is back in the squad. I'm not sure if he will start, considering he also had the flu recently. But yeah, out are Marius Wolf, which I think is a blow, because you never know how fit Rafael Guerreiro and Thomas Meunier really are. Thomas Meunier obviously has some groin problems, and Rafael Guerreiro is injury prone and has played a lot recently. So having Marius Wolf as a backup usually is essential, but sadly he is out. And also out is Anthony Modeste. So it essentially means that Moukoko will start by default. And yeah, when it comes to my predicted lineup, so I have two actually. One that I think is an interesting idea, which is this one, which is 5-3-2, just basically to mirror Union Berlin's lineup. And with that, you have all three center backs. You have a three midfield of Bellingham, Özcan and Brandt, and as the wing backs you would then have Guerreiro and Hazard. And you know, you would have a lot of offensive momentum with this team while also having some ball retention. And obviously up front you would have Moukoko and Adeyemi, and I think both are sort of false nines really in this scenario, and I think that would suit both players. Now obviously either one of them would have to have one striker to play off of them, so I'm not entirely sure this is really thought through, but you know, this is sort of the lineup that Dortmund could bring, and then have a lot of options to substitute, but they have that one way or another this time around. And here's more what I think will happen tomorrow, is that it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3, and then you have Guerreiro, Schlotterbeck, Hummels and Meunier in the defense, and maybe it's going to be Süle and Hummels, you never know. It's a bit of a toss-up. And Özcan and Bellingham, I think, is going to be the double pivot, and depending on possession or not, I think Brandt will either play in the number 10 or more than number 8. And I also think that Malen and Adeyemi will try to get in behind the fullbacks or wingbacks of Union Berlin. So yeah, and obviously Moukoko in the striker position. So I think it's going to be a competitive team, and a team that can, and arguably, I don't know if I want to say should, but they can beat Union Berlin. And obviously you can bring on Gio Reyna, who is a difference maker. You can bring on Marco Reus, who is a difference maker. And yeah, even Thorgan Hazard can play a role. I think in his recent cameos he's looked decent. So yeah, there's a good chance that Dortmund have some nice fresh attacking legs. And you could even bring Emre Can in midfield if Bellingham or Özcan you know, are losing a bit of steam. So there are certainly options to switch this team around as the game continues. So I think in-game coaching will be a key. And yeah, also, I don't know if it's a must-win already, but if we look at this match day, Hoffenheim beat Schalke 3-0, and Frankfurt beat struggling Bayer Leverkusen 5-1. Now Gladbach and Wolfsburg with a 2-2 draw, and Mainz prevented Bremen from leapfrogging Dortmund. And yeah, Stuttgart with the new coach beat poor bottom Bochum. And yeah, here you see the table now, and Union Berlin are still in first, but Borussia Dortmund have slid all the way down to 7th place, and you can see how tight it is in midfield. So as you can see, Dortmund could slide down all the way to 12 with 2 more losses. So I think it would help them to get back into the top 4. And yeah, the competition in the Bundesliga is very strong, and even Champions League football, I would say, is not guaranteed. So yeah, from that standpoint, I really do hope that Dortmund get all 3 points, because it will not get any easier for them. But yeah, as always, let me know what you think, who should start, who should be benched, etc. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.